ladies, what do the different discharges that come out of the vagina look like, and what do they mean? All right. Like, for example, because of our hormone of fluctuations here and there, our discharge can change during ovulation. That's why it's a bit like mucus. Okay, it's clear or white, and it's like mucus. All right. Then other times, when you're done with your periods, the discharge that is coming out is like a dark red, that kind of thing. So if you're watching this episode, my name is Haidat Katende, and here on Vowsh, I talk about vaginal health and vaginal rejuvenation. If you know anybody in your country selling vaginal products, please tell them to reach out to me. Otherwise, also check out my YouTube, where I address big issues about the vagina. All right. So now let me just bring up this chart so that it can clearly explain to you, and you can share it, to the other women in your circles, so that they can clearly understand what they are looking at when they are looking at their discharge. As you can see what the chart has. As you can see at the very top, it can be clear discharge. That is healthy. By clear, I mean there is nothing. It's like water. And you can notice it during exercise, when you are aroused. And then the next one is milky white. Okay. So you can range between clear and also milky white, especially during sex. Sometimes it intensifies and becomes milky white. But if it becomes a kind of milky white that is chunky, that is like food, like spoiled milk, like cheese, it means you could be having a yeast infection. So healthy discharge can be clear, milky white, and also a little bit of creamy. Okay, slightly creamy. That is cool. Then we go to the gray discharge. If your discharge is gray, that means you have bacterial vaginosis. That is the one that makes your vagina smell like fish. All right. Even if the discharge might not come, you might not see it, but still you'll smell that fishy smell. Okay. So try to go to the doctors and check out to make sure it's not any other kind of STD, and it's just bacterial vaginosis, all right, which is easily treated. Okay, sometimes bacterial vaginosis discharge can smell like a freshly cleaned bathroom, like chemicals. All right, so let's go to the second line, to the second row. There is bright yellow. That could be an STI. Also, green can be an STI. Or sometimes it can also be an indication of bacterial vaginosis. So when you get the green and the fishy smell, you could either be having bacterial vaginosis or an STD known as trichomoniasis. Okay, you have that checked out just to be sure before you buy any medications. Then there is pink. I know it's a weird color, but by pink I don't mean like bright pink. It's just like a very slight, like pinkish, like how you see blood being so light. Okay, like that kind of pink. So it could be because of pregnancy, injury, or the start of your period. Then red means it's your period, or you're sporting, or you have an infection, or it's a miscarriage. Your period, yeah, that's cool. But by sporting, I mean that you're done with your periods, or it's not even time for your periods, and you're just having spotting here and then. It usually happens when women first begin certain kinds of birth control. All right, or a miscarriage. So if it's not your period and you're very sure you're done with your periods, or your periods are not very close, start running and go to the doctor just to be sure what's going on. When you have a brown, okay, when it goes from creamy and then becomes brown, of course that is an infection. Or it's at the end of your period, because sometimes when you're ending your period, honestly, the blood goes from red to a very dark brown. All right. Then lastly, when it's watery, it means it's ovulation or sexual arousal, and ovulation discharge is usually sticky. I hope this was very helpful. Share it with your sisters. Subscribe, like, and follow. Share. Bye.